Hey guys, Mr. Balian here. A little intro of what I'm doing today. This is for my grade 12s and it's for our composition, and we're continuing with our steampunk environment design, and now we're getting into groups where some people will be modeling, some people will be creating their concept sketches for the modelers to model. Okay, so I'm just going to review what I've done so far because I'm doing the same assignment as you guys are. So I'll show you my sketches, drawings, and so forth. Then I'm going to show you how to analyze for your group. Let's say you guys have a composition that you like and how to take pieces apart. And I want one person in every group of 3 or 4 to actually have the building sketched out for the modelers to work on. Okay, so that's my goal. And just so you know, I have like 2 apps going here. I have Photoshop and Sketchbook. From our last synchronous meeting, you guys said most of you can't handle the Photoshop hardware requirements on your computer, so I'm going to use Sketchbook to sketch, okay? And actually, it's really amazing to pick up your perspective lines and vanishing points and so forth. Okay, let's just review what I've done. Let's start somewhere over here, okay? So, guys, here are a bunch of buildings I've designed, okay, or I've drawn, not designed, and I've actually designed them in terms of the complexity and so forth, okay? So this one here, I was just playing around my tablet and I was drawing on Photoshop and so forth, okay? So I'll show you how this stuff is progressing for me. So I'm still not comfortable with these buildings, especially the way the stacks are being shown here as part of the elements for steampunk. This is like a part that's sticking out. This is more Victorian and Renaissance style of architecture, so don't worry about it. You don't need to know the periods. But what I like is, what I've done is I'm looking at research and I'm taking pieces out and I'm drawing it on its own. Now, you don't have to technically draw in perspective, okay? Not necessary. So it's a good idea to volumize it, meaning like you can go isometric, you can go 2-point, you can go 1-point, or you can do multiple views in orthographic. Okay, let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, this was a disaster. Okay, here's an example of what not to do. I did these drawings without any references, and it was a complete disaster for me because it took forever. I'm here now, but I realized I was just so caught up into making this work. But in order for us to progress, we need to really implement references. There's nothing wrong with building on the giants that came before us, that exist today on ArtStation and Pinterest, okay? Look at their work, and I'm going to analyze it in the next stage here. Let's see, what else do I have? Okay, so this is an example of, there was another element I missed for this window here, so here you go, 1, 2, and I got into this. Okay, so this is, I call this one a success for me. I'm not completely done yet, but I think I've got some cool ideas here. This is more ornamental. That's the last element in our design, where you start adding these elements that make it more steampunk. In terms of the Victorian period and so forth. Okay, so that was okay. What else do I have? Okay, so this was a lot of fun. As you can see here, I have a version here that was just like trying to trace over on the iPad, which was a complete disaster, which was okay. That's where it started, and I went to here. Then I brought it into Photoshop and I started playing around. Then I got more into it. I have to work on the depth here because I want this to be a balcony that's like a lookout, and then I'm adding the steam silos and so forth. Okay, so to me this is fun because you'll see the door is technically our scale. Okay, if you look in your room, the place you live in, ideally the outside door is about 7 feet, and then it's just an inch or so lower in the house. So that's a frame of reference for me. Right now, you don't know the size of this door, but it's a double door, okay? It could be 10 feet, could be 8 feet, whatever. But the minute I add a character in here, like in silhouette, that'll give me scale, okay? So this is not complete, but this is in progress. And I will upload all this on D2L as my work in progress, okay? So, whew, all right, here we go. I'm in here, and this is awesome. I love these references that I took last night, and I'm ready to show you guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work, oh, wrong, which software am I in? Oh yeah, this software, there you go. I'm going to work in Sketchbook, okay? And in Sketchbook, I'm only going to use the pencil tool and my favorite artistic brush, which was over here. Brush library, as you guys know, and it's somewhere down here. And this comes with every sketchbook. It's standard, okay? So this is this one right here, conceptual one. And I just clicked on it for a few seconds like this, like see here, you click on it, you test out the brush. Wow, that looks beautiful, actually. I'll have to borrow that. So all I did is I hung onto it, let it float, and I dragged it over. That was it. C'est tout. All right, let's go. All right, so now in a team, one person is actually sketching out the buildings. And sketching out the buildings is not necessarily you staying here and going, Mr. Balian, I copied it, amazing, right? So let's look at this one, for example, and I'm going to turn off a bunch of these, and I'm just going to start sketching what I'm seeing. Okay, so let's go. Actually, I'll make a layer way up here, so I'll sketch everything based on this one. Okay, so here's the cool stuff. When you go from Photoshop to Sketchbook, I sometimes forget my hotkeys. All right, I'm an old guy. What do you want? All right, so here we go. Check this out. This is really cool building right here. Okay, I'm just going to take my pencil tool and I'm going to say I'm the person right now that's analyzing the buildings. We've all come together online. We've discussed the pieces we want. We want to take this building right here. All right. It does not mean you're going to take every detail of it. It means you're going to analyze. You're just going to go like this. You're going to go, okay, at the end of the day, this is a rectangle, guys. That's all it is. Then you can decide on the height. Okay, so you can say I want it this tall. Whatever, all good. Then you notice that there's a peak here. Okay, so if I go from the middle, then I'll go maybe one more step down here, and that's pretty much it. So this, to me, volumetrically, is not there, but schematically, I'm good to go. I know that this is what the overall shape of that building is going to be. And then what you do is, the person who is sketching, what you do is, remember the orthographic lessons I taught you guys in grade 9, 10, 11, and so on. Use the leading surface, which happens to be the front, to go to the side. So it's your best guess. So you take these lines across and then you say, oh yeah, I think it looks like this, Mr. Balian. This is the top here. This is my building from the side view. And this one comes in here like this. And that one comes out. This one comes out. So from the side, it looks a little different, right? So it's just volume. So what you're doing is you're analyzing. So I'll just make this a little taller. Okay, so I'll just go a line across, and basically now I have basically two views. The side view, as you can see in this building, has these long windows, right? So I'm just going to make stuff up, and you don't have to follow this idea. You can divide it right down the middle, or you can say whatever. This is the side view, okay? Side. This is front. So I've taken a huge building here and I'm simplifying it. So now you can say over here, Mr. Balian, what we're done is we're going to have this kind of a cutout here. Great. Okay. And then you're going to say, you know what? We're going to go 3-4 stories here. We're going to make another cutout like that. Okay. Whoever's in charge decides to how you want to go architecturally. Okay. So here it is. This is the part here. Sweet. I'm excited. All right. So look, we don't have to follow, like I said, exactly what you're seeing there. Just take elements. It's free. Okay, we're not copying. We're learning from other people. There's nothing wrong. This is education. I love it. Okay, so there you go. And then down here, you can decide what you want. You can say, you know what, I'm going to go really Industrial Revolution here, and I'm going to go a Russian constructivist. Ooh, I love that period, man. Okay, here we go. I'm going to make, I gotta draw faster. Okay, guys. So basically, what I'm saying to you guys is, you can make 3 huge entrances here, and it's good to go. All right. Element number 1, base, done. Side of the building. Roughly, I'm just drawing here for you guys. You can continue this way, whatever, and then you can say, you know what, we've got smaller windows on this. If you want to, you don't have to. Who says you need windows? Look, bye, see you later. Okay, we have the front. That's okay. Okay, so okay, got it. So look at this, an indentation, another one right here, and then three entrances in here. So what I'll do is I'll bring this color here. And let's just go into soft blue, and I'm just gonna really fast and say, okay, so look, see, 1, 2, 3. Keep it simple. Don't get caught up in the details, guys. Look, another opening right here, done. Another opening here, cool. Now, if you want to add steampunk elements to it, you're welcome to do that. Add to it. But however, structurally, this is my base. I'm not even going to put any windows over here, so I'm going to delete it. Watch. I'm going to say bye-bye to this right now, because depending on where this is in your composition of the city block, there you go. I've got this happening. I don't need the side view right at this moment. Okay, so this is one building from here. Now, if you wanted to add other elements, for example, let's say there's some kind of a steam element going from, or some kind of a piping going, right? So let's bring it in here, okay? So I'm just going to say, oh yeah, you know what? I've got something like this going on here, and then you round it off afterwards. First, stick to simple ideas, guys. Look, like this, like that, here, okay? And then 1, 2, 3. I mean, this is not in proportion in relation to the building, but, and then, you know what? Here, let me just select this quickly. Just going to go in here like this, and I'm going to resize it. Make it smaller, no big deal, right? So we'll just go something like this and make it even smaller there. And I sketched it out. Get out of it, bring my marker tool, and I'm going to use this color, whatever this is here. And I'm just going to come in here and just do this really fast. See? So now I've got this kind of a pipe system coming in here. Notice how it's simple. Okay, there's not a lot of details, and what's cool is you have a composition here, guys. Use it, right? I mean, use the colors from it, right? So I'm going to say eventually it's going to be something like this. I'll bring my pencil tool back, and I'll just go in here and have fun. Look, here's a piece, here's another piece, and so on. I can have a thicker connection point here, and so forth. Okay, so this is progressing. So the person who's in charge of these buildings is going to be making sketches like this and passing it on to person number 1, person number 2, person number 3, and then we're meeting a few times a week. You guys are meeting together, and then with me it's updates once a week. Okay, so bye-bye to this one, wherever this one was. I'm gonna leave that there for a second. Let's bring another one in. Okay, so what's this one? And where is it? Is the question. Oops, wrong hotkey. Oh no, we'll leave that one alone. That was for me. Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna go to my layer, and what I'm gonna do is I'm quickly gonna resize what I've sketched. Okay, and I'm just gonna move it aside. Bye-bye, right there. Okay, so each image I'm gonna borrow something. Borrow, I say. Here we go. Okay, what do we got here? Oh man, love it. Sorry for the movements. Okay, here, I'm looking at this. Okay, so at some point I want to have kind of like a dome style of roofs, right? So let's go. Let's do this, right? I'm gonna go I here, take this color. So you're looking at one of these buildings. Again, same idea, guys. Keep it simple. And you're saying, okay, group, check this out. I've got something like this. I've got another piece up here, and I've got another piece there, and then I've got some kind of a, like, so what you could do is kind of expand here. So we've got this leading eye, leading this way, oops, that way, and then I'll just make this one really small. And do you see what I'm doing? I'm playing with shapes that have scale. Okay, so there, I've got this happening. This is 1, this is 2, 3, whatever order you want. Okay, then I'm looking at the roof here. I love saying that. Okay, so check it out. So what we're doing is basically I'm using lines and so-called curves. Okay, so this one balloons out, comes in, balloons out, comes in, and then I can soften it up later. So there's that. You're saying to your group, I think we're doing something like this, guys, and here it is. Okay, so that's one of my buildings. Okay, group mate. Okay, so you just play around, have fun with it. Okay, so this, to me, all we did is use horizontal, vertical lines, diagonal, and a bit of curves from a box. So basically, guys, technically this is a box, and you're just curving in there. You're just making stuff here. See, you're just curving it in. That's all that was. Okay, so then this person will say, okay, I need to do the other view so I can give more information. You can say here, I'm going to have one opening. That's it. That's it. And this is it, guys. I'm leaving that one blank. Thank you very much. So now you just take your lines across. This is the leading surface that you can project lines from, right? So we just go like this, and we say this one, and so on. So from the side, since this is a simple building, I could basically draw the same thing and say, you know what, it's a cube and a sphere on top that's squashed down. So technically it's the same drawing over and over. Okay, and then you'll say the other surfaces, basically, I'll just do this really fast. I'll go like this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's the center. This is the side view, right? In the side view, I'm not going to have any openings. Maybe my openings will be just up here. That's the only difference. Okay, boom. Bring my eraser. Ooh, that's big. that doesn't look that great what I just did there, but hey, it's what it is, okay? And then what you'll do here is you'll go, oh yeah, it's something like this, and it goes across, and then what comes in here. So boom, boom. So this is what my side view looks like. Okay, and then I've got something over here that projects it. That's it. So you know what? As long as you have a few views, a couple views, and you're saying, you know what, this is the front, this is the side. Oh yeah, and then I can make that a lot better. You know what I mean? Side, whatever. But this is the starting point. What's stopping us, right? Nothing. So this is the next stage of evolution. How many minutes am I going in here? Please tell me I'm recording. Okay, 15 minutes. We'll keep going. Woohoo! I've got this one done. Let's go. Next one. I'm going to hide this reference. I'll just do one more maybe. I love this too much, guys, so I gotta stop myself, okay? So hold on. So what I'll do now is I'll take my lasso tool like this, and I'll just resize it, and I'll show you guys what we've come up with. So look, you know, in 15 minutes we've got a couple buildings going here, and then I'll get out of this tool. Guys, it's exactly the same. Oh, I love this. Okay, so look, guys. So now you're taking pieces apart. Think of it as a puzzle, right? So an element from this composition, an element from that one, you're bringing it in, and you're saying, yeah, I know I'm being literal, Mr. Balian, but I need these stacks. Okay, so what's the big deal? You can like lasso this and take it and add it on another building, but technically for the person who's modeling, we know it's a cylinder. Great, awesome. Now what's cool is anytime you guys want to add angles, do this for me. Look, round out this piece and go. Start straight, like, you know, on a tangent or perpendicular if you want, and then round things off. Okay, so I'm just gonna punch this into the green zone here so you'll see. Ugh, that doesn't work. Let's go with blue. Okay, so here I'm really going dark here. Okay, so what you're doing is basically, guys, sketch out the idea first and watch how the language changes here. Okay, I'm gonna come in here with another color and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing here. Look, the minute you punch out from the line work, you're adding tangents. Okay, so look here, I can come in here, I've got this part going, I've got this intersects, as opposed to going like this. It's a good start, guys, nothing wrong with this, but let's elevate our design. We're in grade 12 here. Look at that. You just come in here, you round this off, you have parts of the connections that stick out, right? See, now it's becoming more interesting, right? So now somebody can say, okay, I don't have to draw many views, Mr. Balian, because it is a cylinder, very similar. Cool. So you'll say, you know what, I'm going to take this, I'm going to pass it, I'm going to say add this to another building. Beauty. Woohoo. Done. Okay, thank you, Mr. Reference. Bye-bye to that. Let's go to another one before I do that. I have no idea where I'm drawing right now. Please tell me, yes, the right layer. Okay, watch. Oops. I need to be in this layer. Lasso, do your thing. Yeah. Excuse me, guys. Apologies. Okay. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take this, we're going to move it over here. So eventually I can add these kinds of elements to that building and so forth. Okay, done. All right, get out of the lasso tool, back to the pencil, and let's pick another image. Okay, I chose this one for one thing, for one reason. Okay, this is awesome. I mean, it's buildings, but what's cool for me is, guys, here's how you analyze further, okay? I'm going to use this just so that you can understand perspective. Just a little review, okay? I'm going to make my lines less than 6B. Oh, wow, I'm down to 4, whatever. Okay, so check out this right now. Okay, I'm going to say bye to the ruler. I'll bring it in a second. So basically, here's what you're seeing, okay? Let's go with a bright orange here. Okay, so watch. So many of you are trying to put work in perspective, right? And I say to you, outstanding, right? All right, vertical. 3 types of line and 2 point. Vertical, that's perpendicular to your horizon line. And then any vertical line has to go either to the left vanishing point or to the right vanishing point. That's it. So here we go. I have a vertical. And then I need to go to my vanishing point. So it's okay. So don't think that everything has to go to the same vanishing point. Pros don't do that. Okay, so look, that goes that way. Look at this. Come up here, take these 2 points and say, you know what, this building is going to this vanishing point. And then let's take 2 points in here. This is so amazing. It's the same thing as you cutting out images from your magazines or whatever promotional material that comes in, and you're just analyzing. Okay, so watch. This building right now, I don't know where that's going, but I can tell you right now it's going to be something like this. Watch. We've got one here, and I'm just going to, I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to do something like that. Okay, so this building here technically goes like this. So watch, I'll just really quickly highlight this building here, okay? What I'm going to do is take my polygonal lasso tool, which is the same in Photoshop, double click, and we're just going to go and drop that in. See? That's it. That's that one building on an angle. It's up to you what you add to it. So the form is the form, then you keep adding the layers, clothe it, add detail later, okay? So to me, that's one building in perspective, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do now and say Command Z. So you saw that, right? Here, let me just bring it to another layer here. I'm just going to go above it, and I'm going to drop G here on this one. Okay, there's that. And then on this one, I'll just like get rid of the inside. Here, watch. Delete. Right? Good. And then here, I'll just redo. This is all I'm doing. I'm just kind of showing you guys what's going on, okay? So we'll do this building right here, Command D. Check out this one right here. So using the polygonal lasso tool, guys, go 1, 2, 3, 4. Look how sweet this is. Okay, so it's something like this. Double click. Okay, same idea. Let's go here, and I'm going to make its own layer, and I'm going to drop the paint. That's it. Bingo. Okay, so this line is a little crooked. Okay, I'll explain why. Watch this. You know, the minute this vertical line goes like this, like that, it's a 3-point perspective. Can't have that, right? Look, I'm just saying these are guides. Okay, you can. However, right now for you, 2-point is a pretty good idea. Okay, so watch right here. I'll hold Shift, and I'm just going to go straight. Boom, right there. This is straight. That means it's perpendicular to the horizon line. Horizon line, every line that you pick in this composition has to be perpendicular to the horizon line. That's what makes it 2-point, okay? The minute you change this, now you've got 3-point. Okay, so if I say vanishing, vanishing, so basically we've got a building that goes like this. It's unbelievable. Okay, you can watch my other tutorials and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so this is it. Okay, bye-bye. Oh boy, a lot of Command Zs here, guys. Okay, so quickly here, let's just bring this in. 1, 2, 3, double click, or right here in Photoshop. So I think this is really this way. So I'm going to say Command Z. Watch. I think it goes like that. Yes. Look at that. That looks sweet. Okay, so now I'm just going to come in here and drop some paint on it. And it's its own layer. Drop. And then what I'll do is reduce. See? So you've got a couple cool surfaces happening. That's the only reason why I brought this layer in, this image. So you can see that. You can also get ideas from other people in terms of how they created their composition. And last but not least, my friends, here's an opportunity for you to, let me be in this mode here, go with a little bit of red. So here's this stack that's going down here. Isn't that cool? So you can say, you know what? Okay, so if this is my horizon line, these turn this way and these ones turn that way, okay? I've explained this before. A cylinder above the horizon, you turn it this way, okay? So here's my cylinder pack that's going into the building, and below the horizon you curve it this way. Okay, so basically this is the surface. I want to see this kind of detail from you guys. Okay, so we just added a stack. Good to go. Bye, including this image. So I'll do one more. I promise I'm going to stop. What do we got here? I need a oh, these images are so awesome. Okay, so basically this one is, if any of you, again, this is a 3-point guaranteed. Okay, so because we have these happening. Look, 1, 2, 3. See? And then you've got ones going this way. You've got that. So there's 3 vanishing points. Something down here, somewhere down here, and something up here. I think if you want to incorporate stuff like this, save it till after you've modeled it. It's easy for us to pull this into 3-point view. 3-point perspective in 3D. That's why I've shown you this. Some of you want to get into these kind of like really huge cities. Remember, one person does this building, the next person does that building, and so on. And keep it block. Blocking means no detail, just volume, volume, volume. To me, this building is simply this. Look. And that's all that is. Okay, and then maybe it has some parts that wrap around. Technically, if I was to draw this in perspective, it would just be this is ISO actually, something like an ISO. Here, I'm drawing these and so on and so on, okay? So basically, I don't like to draw in oblique because there's no such thing in my world. Okay, so I like to turn things in ISO. Basically, you have stuff like this, okay? So that's all it is. So take this around, bring this in. Okay, it's the Y, guys, the Y. Everybody learned this in grade 9 and 10, okay? Anything that wraps goes around in the Y. 3 types of lines, again, in isometric. See? Boom, boom, there. Okay? And it's close to perspective, but at this point, I'm just saying that's all this building is. All right? Bye-bye. Next. One more? Okay? Oh, yeah. Here's one. Okay. I love this one, and I'll tell you why. It's really simple. You're going to laugh at me, okay? Look. 1, 2, 3. Repetition. Pattern. Elements of design right here. Look at this. All you guys got to do is you say, I'm building one of these houses. I'm going to duplicate it, change the base higher, lower. And look at these ones. These ones are just gorgeous that go like that. Okay? So these are elements. Look, repeat, again and again. So guys, this is it. The roof is the same. These two are the same. The only difference is scaled. So you're actually in this composition, there's 2 buildings. 1 and 2. And then you get to do cubes for stacks and cylinders. Oh my God, how awesome is that? Look, this is a sharp edge and this is a cylinder with a sharp edge. I don't know what's going on here, but that's pretty awesome. So when you look at this, you say to your partners, I got this. Number 3, that's a cylinder that goes like this with a cone on it. Oh boy, that was tough, eh? So cone, oval, middle point, come up, ellipse, whatever you want to call it. That's all that is. And then here you have Tangled. Okay, the movie. All right, so this is all it is. And then if you got one window that goes like that, there's that building. So you just made 3 buildings in seconds, okay? Where are we at, people? Woo, 27. Let's shut it down at 30. So right now, this building here is basically a front view would look something like this, okay? Boom, boom. And the roofs are on this side, okay? So I'm really drawing fast, okay? Now you just play with your proportions. You say, oh yeah, I got this, guys. So this is what this looks like in the front view, okay? All it is a triangle over a square. Boom, that's it. Okay, and then what you do is you project your lines. You go across, done. Side view. That's all that is. So front view. Look, I'm gonna make this super thick. How thick can you go? Like that? Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Box. Triangle. Wow, man, this is awesome. Same idea. Now, for some of you who can draw this in ISO or perspective, my grade 10 tech design class is doing this right now, is basically this, guys. Look. This could be perspective, this could be ISO, there it is. Now you just draw another box on top. Oh boy. Woo! Look at that. How awesome is that? 2 boxes, one bigger than the other. Makes sense, right? There. Okay? So now what you're going to do is, from a square, you can divide the square into 4s, and then you can get triangles, you can get circles. Oh, okay. Divide that in half, go down the line. Connect. Okay, let's bring another color so I don't confuse you guys. Crank this up. Look, connect the dots. Center, edge, done. There's my rough. Okay, there's another one right here. You don't have to do any more than that. And then underneath, it's basically this. So some of you can draw this way and say, oh yeah, I've got this view for you, and I've got that for you. And then you can say, I want to stylize this a little different, Mr. Balian. I'm bringing the roof sheets down like this, as opposed to this classic method where we go boom, 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 and so on. Okay, so you're saying, yeah, I got this, but I'm doing it a little different. Okay, no problem. And I'm to you, not a problemo. Okay, let's go over here. Yes, yeah, see, boom, like that, like that. I'll bring in another color here. I'll just go and we're going to go darker, so you can actually see what I'm doing. So basically it's just stylized, right? That's all it is. And I'm going to make my brushes smaller, and look there, this is it. You can stylize it any way you want. You don't want that curve, then you just keep it like this. Look, that's all it is. Okay, 1 2 3. This is a pretty tight connection here, but that's all that is. Okay, that's what that. So analyze, don't commit. Analyze, look at it and say, how can I simplify my life? Okay, so we know that this is only this. Look, in the side view, that's all this. This is right out of Italy, right here. Any European country, Yugoslavia, load it. That's that. The other view is simply project, guys. Project and just do that. That's it. That's all that is. And if I'm drawing this in perspective or ISO, remember the Y, right? Boom. Y. Why are you talking, Mr. Balian, so much? Here, look, there's my box. In isometric, all I'm going to do here is go like that. Well, in this view, you don't see much other than this. Okay, that's it. That's all it is. Loving this. Okay, guys, I love this assignment. I hope you do as well. Steampunk is such a nice way to add to our Victorian city with Mr. Dickens. Okay, Dickens, dark, grungy, the non-wealthy were in places where it was all muddy, no stone, right? And now we're just elevating the little city, the block that we're designing, and we're adding, we're cross-pollinating with basically steampunk. Okay, we're bringing elements. That's what great designers do, is bring in elements from different periods if you want. This class, you have the freedom, you have the options, the choices that can lead to new directions. I'm not saying everybody's recreating this. No. I'm saying pick the language you like, analyze it, take it apart, bring in the shapes, and let's make an awesome little village, a city together in groups. Okay, I'm doing it on my own. You guys are all in your groups. See you later. Balian out. I hope you like this. I'll post my notes or my drawings in the D2L. Okay, bye-bye. Balian out.